better. Again, we keep going back to him being 22 years old, man, with that mentality, with that mindset, that level of maturity, that level of awareness, to be aware of all of this at 22 years old. A lot of 22-year-old guys are just coming out here playing and just being part of the motion. He understands this moment. He understands what it means to go grab that trophy that Shea had, right? He understands what it means to come play against a back-to-back MVP. He understands what it means to go play in Madison Square Garden. At 22 years old, bro, I don't think we've seen a 22-year-old basketball player with that mindset and that level of focus.
Yeah, and he came over here and said, listen, there's a lot of emotions he's felt over the course of this series. Anger, jealousy, love of the game, passion, and he's had to work to harness all of those things. Like that internal battle and struggle is what he carries on his shoulder, just being the transcendent player that he is. But let's talk about moments, and the moments are what make all-time great players. He rose to meet it, right?
I mean, he wanted it. He wanted it once Shea received that MVP. He wanted it all season when he was injured and preparing for this moment right here. He showed he wanted it, and he went out there and he took what was his, that he believed that what was his, and his teammates backed him up. All of those guys came together tonight and put on a show, put on a hell of a show. They shot the ball extremely well. Guys that we've been saying that should have been playing or we wanted to play better, they played better tonight. And they shot the ball well. Darren Fox is one of them. Champagnie shot the ball extremely well. Keldon Johnson came in, was very, very physical when he came in the game and putting pressure on the ball. And he was barking tonight. When you see Keldon Johnson barking out there, you know what time it is.
Right, gathering up his goats, barking at people, doing a little bit of everything in this game.
I will say this: I'm so happy for De'Aaron Fox. He was my young boy, one of my rookies, and to see him, in this opportunity after the injury, coming in struggling, and then finding a way. We said we know Victor is going to come out ready to play, but who else is going to come ready to play and deliver and make the game easier for the big fella? And he was one of those guys, just like we said, Champagnie.
Yeah.
I just like the effort collectively of what they brought. When we looked at this series, it was the others for OKC that really was carrying that team, carrying this series. And San Antonio bench was struggling a little bit. Well, that flipped in tonight's game. And when you look at, a guy like Dylan Hopper, the way he plays, he doesn't play like a rookie. His preparation, just the way he approaches the game is totally different from a rookie. He looks like a veteran player. And to have that type of performance in a Game 7 on OKC's floor, man, I don't know what they're doing over there.
They're doing it right.
The player personnel, they are doing it right because these young boys are ready for success for a very long time.
Yeah, the rookie out of Rutgers, he's dealt with a little bit of everything. Adductor injury, like having to battle back from that. He had a couple of slumping games, came right back and delivered after his game 1. He had 24 points off the bench. But, guys, they also had 2 players off the bench in double digits. So that means we had 7 total players in double digits. But one play that you guys all jumped up at and said, that might have been the play of the game. Luke Cornett's block.
Big time.
It was Wemby was not on the floor. You needed this.
Everybody has a part to play.
Yep.
No matter how many minutes you play, you come and make those minutes impactful.
And let's not forget, he's been there before.
Yes.
He understands the moment and how important that play was. You see it right there. That's the intangible. Yeah. And everybody understands I need to bring it.
Most big men, most players is giving up on that play.
Yeah.
They're not sprinting back on that play. That's a clean dunk for somebody else.
And that's the separation.
Luke Cornett, he was in the hallway getting his
hips loose.
You know what I mean? His hips.
It's Prescott.
Yours didn't look the same. Your hips don't look the same. Yeah, you got to stretch a little.
That's why he was able to block that shot.
And that part. All right, so the 2-time MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, suffering that deep defeat here tonight on his home floor. He's stepping up to the podium to talk to the media.
Shai, you guys had some opportunities to kind of take control of this one. What did you see as kind of the differences in not being able to kind of get over the hump and wrestle control completely away?
Yeah, they were just a better team tonight from start to finish. And then every time we tried to, cut into it and take control of the game, it felt like they had an answer. And a lot of times it felt like it was, tough shot making. So hats off to them. Yeah, they played better tonight, and they deserve to win again.
Shai, it's pretty well documented how difficult it is both for the teams that try and the teams who've done it, just how difficult it is to to repeat, are there points in these playoffs and especially in this series where you felt that just how tough it is to repeat?
Yeah, winning an NBA championship is very hard in itself to do it one time. So to do it all over again would just only make it harder. So many things go into it. Sometimes it's like things you can't control. Sometimes it's things you can control. Yeah, it's a hard task to do one time. So to do it twice would only make it even more challenging.
This deal with the Spurs obviously really emerged as a rivalry this year. When you look at that team and the young pieces that they have, what do you see in terms of a potential roadblock for you guys?
Yeah, they're young, they're talented, well coached, play the right way, play together. Seems like they like each other. They have the makeup for sure. You don't beat us without the makeup, and they beat us, so they have the makeup to go get one. And yeah, we just have to take it one day at a time from here on out. Try to get better this summer, and be a better team than we were this season and last season, and yeah, try to get back over the hump.
Dan, go ahead.
Shea, from a distance, it's always seemed like you guys have really focused internally when it comes to growth throughout this process. To Tim's point, how much of the reflection this summer will be about getting better than San Antonio specifically?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think in the summertime, like you try to get better, and then you use the 82 games to figure out the bar and what needs to be done. Especially in the NBA, so many things happen in the summertime, like trades, free agency, new additions, and like the NBA this year looks completely different than it did the year we won. So like it'd be hard to kind of like pinpoint. You kind of like use the 82 game season to figure out what the standard is and how to go get one. But they'll probably be somewhere in that mix for sure next season as well.
Joe, go ahead.
Shea, given the guys you were missing, it seemed like coming into this game you'd have to have a big night for you guys to have a chance, and you certainly did that. Do you take any solace with just how you played tonight, kind of leaving it all out there in this Game 7?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have a choice. Big game, big moment, win or go home. Just wanted to leave everything out there, whether the shots went in or didn't. I wanted to make sure that I gave it my all, and I was who I was today. Yeah.
We'll go Jenny and then Justin.
Shea, to kind of follow up on that, you're playing without a couple guys that were pretty big contributors for you guys all year. To see the guys you had out there playing like they were, competing like they were, I know you guys have talked repeatedly about the competitive nature of this bunch, but what was that like to just see that happening in real time tonight?
Yeah, I'm so impressed by this group. Yeah, like, not to make any excuses, but like they're a really good team over there. And losing AJ and Dub the way we did in the midst of a series, you would think like it would be a lot harder for us. But those guys like never got discouraged. They played their butts off, and the reason why we got to this point in the series is because of them. The supporting cast was amazing this series. Hats off to them. They were big time. I wish I was a little bit more myself throughout the series to give them more of a boost, more of a chance. But yeah, I'm nothing but proud of my guys.
Even as the final seconds were coming off the clock, there weren't any fans leaving, and they were chanting OKC for you guys. Just you talk all the time about the support that you guys get from the fan base. What did that mean to you, that moment?
Yeah, it's amazing to know that no matter what, they have our backs. I've said it multiple times with my family, and there's no place in the country we'd rather be and live and raise a child and build your family and things like that. So the community is amazing. We'll need them again next year and the year after that. But yeah, thank you to them for who they were all season, all year.